Hello everyone and welcome to another vlog. Now it's been a while since I started my vlogs with hello everyone and welcome to the vlogs. So what we're going to do today is gonna drive up to a forest. It's one of my favorite forests. It's the forest where I always photograph when it's a foggy day outside. Today it's not a foggy day, it's a beautiful sunny autumn day where the colors of autumn have already reached the inside of the forest, and that is why I'm going up to this forest. I want to photograph the autumn colors, the foliage, and maybe some reflections on a swamp that it's up there. So stay tuned.
I don't sleep much anymore. I just stay awake with my eyes on the door, waiting for some sort of sign, the rejuvenation of my tired mind. But I know that door swings both ways.
I'm so glad the colors of autumn are inside the forest right now, and it's a great opportunity to photograph. But also we have foliage on the ground, fallen leaves that are completely dark brown, and these leaves can be easily switched to red in post-production. And also in that direction there's a swamp. We'll see if we have the chance of shooting some reflections. It's gonna be a lovely afternoon in the forest.
Yeah, I know, 'cause I haven't seen you for days.
The best tip that I can give you when photographing autumn, and this is absolutely my best tip for autumn photography, and this is not something that you're gonna hear very often, is to pay close attention to your red channel. So you take the shot, you take a look at your histogram, and even though the general histogram may look okay, the red channel may be overexposed. And this happens often when you're shooting red leaves, red flowers, and even skin tones, especially in bright light. Right now I'm so glad I brought the polarizer because it enhances the colors, it cuts down reflections, and now the foliage looks rich in color.
For far too long I could leave this place, but I don't. I could call your name, but I won't.
I decided to switch lenses to use my 70 to 200mm lens to compress more the field.
I make a change, get a tattoo or decide to be vain.
As you can see, the swamp, it's almost covered in leaves, and it's also dry, but there are some reflections, and of course we're gonna take advantage of it. We'll just have to move around the swamp and decide what is the best angle to shoot from, and also pay attention to other areas, other trees that are lit, because this is the moment when the sun is pretty down and it can create some interesting light, some interesting shadows.
I'll just run away, pick a new name and head south, hopping trains. I know that door swings both ways. Yeah, I know, 'cause I haven't seen you for days. I held you.
When you are photographing reflections, you can do it either with a telephoto lens or with a wide lens. In this case, the telephoto, I don't think it's going to work that well, mainly because there are leaves on the surface of the water, and using the telephoto will blur those leaves. Blurring those leaves will create great areas of blur, of nothing, of things that will only get or attract attention without being anything at all. So that is why I'm not going to use the telephoto lens on this. Also, another thing would be to focus on the actual reflection and not the surface of the water or the details on the surface of the water, because if you focus on the surface of the water or elements on the surface of the water, you'll have the actual reflection and blur. This is also the moment when you take the polarizer off or you don't polarize at all, because you don't want to cut off the reflection. You need to be as visible as possible.
for far too long. I could leave this place.
Now I tried as much as possible to photograph not into the light. I wanted to have side light. But there are also situations like this where I wanted to photograph with the sun into my back and to have this rays of light. Now as you can see, I have my shadow over there. So what I need to do is find a big tree, in this case this tree over here, and I had to just hide into its shadow. And as you can see now, it's gone. So my shadow is gone. So if you want to photograph like this, you just need to have something that will block your shadow.
I could call your name, but I won't. I could leave this place, but I won't. I could call your name, but
Perfect moment right now in the forest because the sun is really low and it's becoming really orange, and only some trees are getting the light of this beautiful sunset. Other trees are blocking the light and so on and so forth. So you can isolate really easily details, and also the colors look incredible right now.
I'd rather just stay on my own. I'd rather be numb, drunk, and stoned.
What I regret not having with me right now is the 50mm lens. I did some early videos with some experiments, and I think in the situation like this would have helped me a lot in separating the subject more. But I don't have it, so it's just a thought shared with you. I think the light is almost gone right now, and this will be almost the end of the vlog if I'm not finding something else to photograph. Now I think it's gone. As you can see, it's an even light into the forest. The light of the sun is completely gone right now, but this doesn't mean that the photographic opportunities are over. As you can see behind me, there are some trees, some white trunk trees, but a great opportunity is here because outside there is a level of light, and as we go into the forest, the light drops rapidly, and this means when I'm gonna expose on the camera, this will create an effect where you're gonna have almost complete darkness into the forest, and that will make the front trees really pop up.
And worried I'd wind up alone. And whether or not you come home.
So this was it for today. I hope you like it, and if you're here for the first time, you'll consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. I hope you liked the tips. So once again, make sure you check the exposure on the red channel. It can get overexposed even if the histogram it looks okay. Also concentrate on the light and the direction of the light. Do not photograph into the light, but more side light, and in the situation when you want the light to be completely at your back, use a tree to mask your shadow. Have your polarizer with you, but when you shoot reflections, take your polarizer off. So these are some of the things that I think I talked about. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.
For far too long, I could leave this place, but I won't.